When you are under stress, dear friends, we can't learn, we can't make decisions, we tend to make poor decisions. And how do you remove the stressors? So we keep bringing those memories up, but the meditation is helping us disengage, disconnect, and then reduce and drop all those memories. And then when they're gone, then automatically we bring the health back up. That's why people are able to sleep very quickly, very better within a few days of meditation practice.
Food is medicine. I say if you eat the right food, the right time, right quantities, you will not fall sick and you can cure all diseases. I said I am myself an example. 30 years of diabetes gone. I don't make any medicine. I don't take any medicine. I am not that old. I am only 82, but I am still reasonably healthy. So that's very important for everyone. Eat the right food at the right quantity at the right time. You can remain healthy and you can cure all diseases.
And during manifestation, I manifested several times that I must quit all the medicine whatever I am taking. So BP tablet, I have cut half. My blood pressure, normally 135 has come down to 115, like that. My heartbeat has come down. It's something amazing. So this is a big advantage for meditation.
My health has improved, my sleep has changed. I feel very energetic nowadays, and my cravings for junk food has come down very significantly, and I'm much more inclined towards plant-based diet now.
Initially, I had the trouble sleeping. Once I started meditating and then started doing it just before going to bed, I was able to get some sound sleep. So that was my first breakthrough. So I thought, okay, this is working out, and I got more interested and started doing continuing meditation.
From personal aspects, like I'll tell you that the sleep pattern, I used to sleep for 10-11 hours. Then only I feel better, but otherwise now 5 to 6 hours is itself is enough for me. I ended the day with yesterday night with meditation and again started with the day. So as usual, like I without any clock or something like that, just I'm watching the clock. Okay, what's the time now? It's 5 a.m. It's a really great transformational journey.
Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Great afternoon and wonderful evening. Welcome to the second week of the program, Meditation for Personal Resilience and Peak Performance. Personal resilience, because we disengage from our past, that's subconscious. We become the master of the mind. When we become the master of the mind, we get these two. Subconscious disengagement from the past, so we don't get derailed by the past unpleasant experiences, and so we continue to perform better in the present moment. So that's resilience. And then we continue to expand our conscious mind with more and more expansive thought, expansive wisdom. And as a result, we're able to be inspired regularly. So we go into the flow in meditations and combine a higher wisdom with meditation. So we go into the peak performance states, the gamma states. The peak performance states that we're calling are applied onto everything. They're applied to building a great relationship, performing best in a relationship, performing best in your own project growth, or company growth, or business growth, performing best in a community development, performing best even at a personal health level. Only when we have inspiring, supportive thought, then there seems to be something that's happening in our brains, in our body, to go and then repair the body. And we talked about the heart coherence model last week. When we go into higher elevated states, automatically the brain is becoming very coherent. All parts of the brain are working great. And so then it is producing a ton of positive chemicals that go and then upregulate the genes in many ways. A lot of us might have come into meditation for health, and it is true. Very naturally, health, I always say, is a byproduct of meditation. We can make health to be the goal, but health is it's got to come, because to make that inspiration true, the dream true, a body has to support it, and what is required automatically is given. Physical health is the first derivative benefit of meditation. Because the peak performance is there, we can apply the peak performance to anything. We can say, I'm going to see that nobody in the world will not have access to medical care. That's a great thought and a vision that Karthikeyans are putting, that more than 50% do not have access to medical care. And this whole alternate methodologies can give that access readily. That is a great visionary thought. And we work towards it. Now everything is required to support it. More intellectual stimulation to support it, because then we can use that to convince many minds in the world to actually take that action. In order to give alternate healing methodologies a chance and a fair chance, governments have to support it. And so it requires, in order to have that dream reality, it requires on one side ability to impress upon many intellectual minds. So there is that given. More additional, newer, good knowledge, wisdom that will help people in the power circles to get impressed, to take an action. It requires enormous amount of mental strength to not get bogged down by people continue to stick to the old mechanism. So there is mental strength that will be given. It requires enormous physical energy and health to be able to pursue that mission. Depends on where we are. If we are, whatever that cause we take, everything else automatically comes through. Because consciousness is working to fulfill our highest desire and dream if we are really, really passionate about it. Physical health becomes a natural thing for many automatically the moment we start living life, because when you start living life passionately, physical health will come automatically. All illnesses are psychosomatic. When I heard this statement 20 years ago, all diseases are psychosomatic. Psyche is the representation of our all bodies, our physical body, our mind, our intellect, our individual consciousness, are the individual samskaras of the past, and then collective consciousness of the group that we are closely associated with. The psyche is based on the thoughts and attitudes and behaviors of this whole thing together. And if the psyche is changing, the soma, the body, is changing. Simple. If my thoughts are saying that I'm 55, so my knees are going to be okay, then that is a type of psyche. And so based on that, our body also will have to respond. Okay, 55, okay. So the genes, the cells are taking that indication from us, saying that I need to perform okay, not great. If a thought say that my family has this hereditary condition, everybody has this challenge. And so I will also have the same challenge when I cross 70. Then same thing, then we invite that particular condition into our life when we're about to get to 70. If the psyche says that colleagues are telling us, a lot of youngsters or everybody in these days in offices have so much pressure. The colleagues are telling us, yeah, it is normal to feel that blackouts, or normal to feel that palpitation, because it does happen, so much is there. Just go and then relax and it'll be okay. But the very thought that input, suggestions given by all this environment also is taken in by the individual, then it is bound to create that discomfort or illness in the body, because that's the psyche of it. Ultimately, the psyche is how we are, what kind of thought we are emitting, what kind of feeling we are emitting. When that changes, our health is changing. That's why for many people, when we are coming into meditation, in a very short time, as we let go of our old thinking mechanisms, and then as we stop taking in anything that's very negative, because as we recognize that thoughts are creating reality, and automatically we are either staying neutral or becoming very positive in creating a better health. Of course, with meditation, physiologically there are some changes happening in the body. To gain that health, we'll understand that during this week. How, when we meditate, what changes are occurring in the body and brain to support us to naturally move into a greater health, physical health condition. But the point is that psychosomatic, if a mind changes, the body, the next level is changing. If the intellect changes, our mind calms down automatically, mental health. Otherwise, mind has got this, a depressive state or an obsessive state. It cannot control. It can control an OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. It can't control it. I've got to see that everything becomes so perfect everywhere and then keep doing it again and again. You can't control. But when the intellect level we understand that it is okay, it may be coming from the past, or it is okay to not get bothered by others' comments. And it is okay to be different than how your mom or dad has ran their house. Then when we understand that fully at intellectual level, slowly the mind heals, and then so the disorders disappear. Problem at one level, at one plane, can be solved at another plane. If it is the same plane, we are in it, then the problems are difficult to solve. With meditation, we are healing all the planes of the body, the mind, intellect. So difference. Health being at the lowest level is automatically given. When we start aligning to our life, when we start aligning and start living our life, means where we withdraw ourselves from many things, now we slowly start doing it. So that means we started giving a signal to the body and say, I want to experience more. And then automatically it's coming together in an orderly fashion. And to start giving that support of this knee issue or the challenges in the mind with the migraine headaches or digestion challenges, or many things will go away as we start signaling the body to live life more. As busy executives, it is difficult for us to go away from work if we have a chronic illness and that keeps recurring every time. It is always challenging to keep calling sick. Many of us don't even want this. And these chronic illnesses particularly are psychosomatic, because somewhere something is holding us back, either from now or from the past. And meditation and then gaining wisdom is constantly helping to bring them into control. And of course, stress is the majority of the causes for majority is one of the major cause for illnesses, and meditation is naturally removing the stress. We'll understand all of this. In one of the workshops of Dr. Joe Dispenza, in 5 days, I had seen somebody, 6 days, somebody who was in a wheelchair started walking again at the end of the workshop, got up and then walking. In our programs, we've seen in the past, not in the 6 days, but after about 2 months, they said now they use less or almost no wheelchair. As our thoughts change, and if that can happen, many illnesses that we carry can easily change if we gain the right knowledge of health, and we look to provide as much of it this week. Before that, we'll go into our meditation, dear friends. We are practicing Ana-Pana-Sati meditation. This simple meditation, which is helping us disengage from the past, and hence we no longer project the past-based health conditions. When someone comes to home and says, oh, my back constantly just pains, and then the very statement sort of automatically is signaling, more than them, is signaling our body cells to say, okay, my master wants me to really behave that way. And so many times we create it unknowingly for ourselves. And so with meditation, we are going away from all such things, because those come from our subconscious, and then we are working on the subconscious. Because truly, I mean, rightfully, we feel that way because it's happening till yesterday. Every day it's happening. My back is paining and it's hurting. What to do? So I have to say that. And then when you say that with a feeling, it's even more there. And so it continues to create, because we didn't know that our thoughts and feelings create a reality. And so we thought unknowingly with regular meditation, we are slowly going away, because meditation is removing all the old memories of any kind, unwanted memories of any kind. So let's go into this beautiful meditation once again, which is supporting all of us of great health, which is the foundation, of course, we all know this, for any life experience, health and energy. When Corona came, since we all are concerned about health, we were ready to drop everything. All businesses closed, establishment closed, everything closed, because health is important, isn't it? That's why we were just stayed indoor, because we will do anything, and health is that's foundation. We take it for granted many times. So breath mindfulness meditation that we're practicing, and anybody new, is very simple. Our goal is to empty the mind. We are energy core deep inside. We are this quantum energy field, and matter only a little. That's science. So in meditation, we are disappearing. We are emptying our mind. When we empty the mind, we lose the understanding of everything about ourselves, our body, our mind, our environment, the people around us, our past. So in meditation, our goal is to empty the mind. We have thousands of thoughts. When we observe our natural breath, to natural breath, our mind becomes empty. When a mind is empty, we become that energy. We experience that energy. We are experiencing something larger, greater. The quantum field, which is considered infinitely potential. Everything that we have in our life experience is here. And so a beautiful health out there as an experience. Respect about my current condition, having a beautiful health means translating to certain experiences is there, sitting in the quantum field. I no longer have the backache, so I start bending very freely and do my yoga exercises. I can do it. That is a possibility. And so that exists in the quantum field as an experience. So with meditation, we draw into many of such possibilities, depending on where our thoughts and intent are. So we are doing this simple meditation with our eyes closed, observing our natural breath. So the posture is simple. Sit down comfortably in your chair with your legs crossed at ankle, or if you're sitting on the floor as you see in the picture, cross-legged. And with your spine need not be erect, be comfortable. Eyes closed, fingers into fingers, hands in your lap comfortably, and observe your breath. Take any point on your nose, preferably in the middle of the eyebrows, and observe the breath is going in and coming out. When I observe the breath that is going in and coming out, natural breath, you can turn off the video, natural breath, then you are slowly you notice the breath is becoming lighter, shorter, and then slowly we go into the empty state of mind. In case you recognize that you have thoughts in your mind, attention back to the breath again and continue to observe. Again, slowly we'll go into the empty state. The thoughts become lesser and lesser, the mind becomes empty, calmer, cooler. And when you are in that state, we start experiencing emptiness, energy, that all emptiness is energy. So you may have some sensations in the body and mind, and just witness them, observe them. And when you have thoughts, come back to observing the breath again. So this is called breath mindfulness meditation. We're going to spend maximum time in this. We are into the second week. We're doing meditation for a little longer. In case you joined for the first time today, no problem. Sit down for as long as you can, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And then you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds finally, and then open your eyes. That's when the meditation ends. That I'll signal with guidance. And before we do this meditation, we're relaxing our body and feeling great for ourselves by reliving a past experience. And I'll guide, it's called heart elevation process. We'll do that process briefly. And then we'll go into this breath mindfulness meditation or Ana-Pana-Sati meditation. Relax yourself, dear friends. Sit comfortably with your eyes closed. Relax your body. Dear friends, dear masters, with your hands on your chest area, with your eyes closed, rest your attention on your breath and on your sacred heart. Take a slow, long, relaxing breath. And can you feel your heart center? Breathe more of that slow, long, relaxing breath with your attention on your heart. Feel it, dear friends. Connect with it, the seat of all emotions. Which is expanding all life with love, with joy, with gratitude. I want you to recollect a memory or an experience from your life of love, of joy, of gratitude, and relive that moment and elevate yourself. Relive that moment of joy, of love, and elevate yourself and feel that energy. The more we experience love, joy, gratitude, the more we experience the connection to all things and everybody. We are energy deep inside, intricately connected with each other. Love is the way, gratitude, compassion, kindness are all the ways to become coherent with all things and everybody. Feel that energy, dear friends. And slowly, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. with your fingers into fingers, resting your hands comfortably in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. Our goal is to empty the mind. Be with your breath. When we observe our breath, our mind becomes empty. And we experience that greater emptiness, that energy. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to stay connected to the emptiness. Be with your breath. One with that in breath and the out breath. When we observe our breath, the mind becomes empty. As our mind is becoming empty, we allow our body to function at its natural best. We develop greater immunity. we become of it, and the more we receive from it. Allow yourself to merge into this emptiness of yourself. This is your divine self. The longer you stay connected to this energy, to this emptiness, the more whole you become. Friends, let's express gratitude. Gratitude is the highest state of receivership. Express gratitude to all things and everybody, to your parents, to your to teachers, mentors, to your family, friends, colleagues, to this nature, to everything that you use, to the companies, government, systems, to yourself, and to this quantum energy field or this intelligent universe. Relax your body. Feel your body.
We can change the world one heart at a time. We can change the world one heart at a time. I see you. I know you. You're a part of me. We can change the world one heart at a time. We can change the
And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds and then you may open your eyes.
I see you. I know you. You're a part of me. We can change the world. We can change the world one heart at a time. One heart at a time. We can change the world. We can change the world one heart at a time. One heart at a time. I see you. I see you. I know you. I know you. You're a part.
Okay, friends. Then the health, we're starting the health week. There are a few ways meditation is helping us gain sound health. First is stress, reduction of stress. Second is developing immunity. Our immunity cells, developing the immunity in the body. Third is upregulating the genes, reprogramming the genes. Fourth is anti-aging mechanisms kick in, increase the longevity as well as the radiance of the skin, glow, many things, they all are linked up. I'm talking about physical health. Mental health will come to it later in the week. But the physical body, of course, if the mind is sound, the body is becoming naturally better. When Karthikeyan sir wrote this newsletter, meditation is miraculous because meditation is working at all levels. And so in physical health, %90 of the illnesses are going away when stress is taken care, stress is controlled, stress is eliminated, or the unwanted stress is removed. There are sometimes when we need this stressful situation so that the body goes into this emergency mode, a fight or flight mode. Let me put up a few slides to understand this. So many times we are seeing companies are saying, let's use meditation for stress relief, rightfully so. There is a lot of conflict. There is absolutely self-dissection that we're not able to do things. And then there is, of course, this stigma that people are putting so much pressure on us that we live for others. So we take a tremendous amount of stress when others point to us in many ways. Everything is, in many ways, is putting pressure. So what is stress? All these worrisome or negative or anxious thoughts, angry thoughts, frustrating thoughts that are there repetitively again and again, causing our mind to produce unwanted chemicals, neuropeptides, which will go in and then move the body into a very stressful chemical situations. Every time we experience tense conditions, then every time we experience tense condition, every time we are producing unwanted chemicals into the bloodstream, which is moving the body, knocking the body out of its regular balance. So body is not necessarily working very well. And a lot of that is coming with the mind, the thought. Now, when I say good stress, our intelligent body is responding to the external threats. External threats are when something is chasing us, or if we see suddenly fire somewhere in a corner where we have to protect ourselves. In order to protect ourselves, we need special reinforcement in the body. We need some extra boost or dose of energy. So these natural threats moves the body into something called the fight or flight mode. So when we are endangered, when we are faced with a danger, then body needs, and it is intelligent, so it moves it into a special mode, fight or flight mode, the accelerated mode. Accelerated mode, if you're pedaling gas too much in a car and too much acceleration, you're draining a lot of, the consumption of petrol, diesel is a lot higher compared to a steady flow of car, that. So when you're going to this accelerated mode, so you're burning a lot more fuel suddenly. So the engine also is aging faster. So that's really But however, we need to have the special accelerated conditions where we have to overtake a vehicle which is too slow. So you got to press gas pedal a little fast and then go around and then come back to normal. So every now and then where we need to take care of ourselves, then we move this fight or flight mode. What is the fight or flight mode doing? It is simply speaking, it is giving extra booster dose of energy into our body, into our legs, into our hands. It increases the heart rate. It dilates the lungs and it compresses the blood veins so that the blood pressure is higher, the blood is moving faster, so you have more energy, particularly in the legs and hands. But then in order to do that, it's also cutting off or reducing the supply into many other areas of the broad body. When we are faced with a fight or flight, when we're faced with a danger, physical danger, then automatically we need to protect ourselves. We need to either run or we need to fight, one of those two. So running, you need more support in the legs, fighting in the hands. Of course, our vision has to be very perfect so that we don't get distracted. So a few things that are required are automatically taken care of by the body when we are faced with a physical danger, because a physical danger like a dog chasing, right, or a fire that alarm goes on, is also putting our mind into a stressful condition. So, but it's fine if the body activates this sympathetic, this fight or flight mode mechanism. And so we go through the danger. So maybe and we come out of the building, we ran down pretty quickly, so we got that extra power. Or we chase the dog away, or we ran away very quickly from that place because it's too dangerous. And then maybe in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, we come back. And then we're out of the danger. So out of the danger, then slowly the body's mechanism comes back to normal. So during this time, when we are a stressful time or when you're moving into this fight or flight mode time, there is also many chemicals are getting dumped into the body. They get generated and dumped to the body, something called cortisol, something called adrenaline. These are two strong, powerful stress chemicals, and they are there. And when they are there, they make us highly alert. Highly alert. Too much energy in the legs and body, legs and hands. And if you don't use that, and then in a real stressful, dangerous situation, we run and then we fight, so we're using that energy. But if you got that stressful mode in a normal situation, we've got too much energy, you're becoming impatient. When we use it for the rightful cause, it's great. These chemicals make us highly alert. They don't let us sleep. Imagine there is flood coming in and water coming into our basements, right? When that's happening, and we need to be very highly alert. Of course, we go into a stressful mode of many things. That water is coming up, so what happens to my life? Will I be able to protect? And then next thing goes, what happens to my assets? Will I be able to protect them? And so there's all kinds of thought. And then we are in this stressful mode, so body recognizes that you need a special mechanism now, you need to be alert. Overnight, you can't afford to sleep. You don't know when the water will come up. So we automatically become very alert. Where is that coming from? Because of this special mode in the body activated. We rise to the occasion utilizing the stress mode many a times when you have challenging deadlines. We know the implication of the deadline not meeting is too high, then automatically we move into a stressful mode, and so the body is activated. So there is a good stress where it is useful in ways when you utilize it for shorter and shorter time, because this conditioning, the chemical, when it is dumped, these chemicals are dumped, it is, while it is increasing energy temporarily into and increasing alertness, but it's also shutting off many things. It is shutting off, because when you take energy extra, you got to supply, reduce it somewhere else. And so it has less energy going to many other parts of the body, which are not necessary during this highly alert mode. Temporarily, you're okay if the digestion system doesn't work. Temporarily okay with thyroid system doesn't work, the hormonal stuff. Many things that are not necessary Temporarily, you're okay if the sexual system doesn't work, production, you're okay, right? It's stressful more. Who cares about sex at that time? So many of these things are cut off in a stressful situation. Only thing taken care is high alertness in the body and fight or flight mode. So lots of energy in the legs and hands and high attention through the eyes. Dear friends, are the modern activities, we no longer require a physical danger, but we also automatically are moving our body knowingly or unknowingly into the same stressful emergency modes with a modern lifestyle. We're living for everybody else, and then blaming is a common game from people, and then we also take it as if, because we take it and say we are a failure, and so blaming is putting a lot of stress on everybody around. Are we being very highly self-critical, getting exhausted? They also move us into the same stressful mode. That means it moves us into this fight or flight mode. That means our body is working suboptimally because there is high amount of these stress chemicals in the bloodstream, making us highly alert, so don't have sleep. When we are in stress, chronic stress, that means continuously we are having this pressure of unpleasant thoughts coming up again and again based on the past memories, past experiences. And the very sight of seeing a boss, sight of seeing a family member with whom we don't have a good relationship and constantly have arguments. And when we see the moment, the very sight of seeing them suddenly activates and then brings up the old memories and then suddenly activates our body into a stressful mode. And so our body is constantly put to these, constantly is got these chemicals, and so we're constantly highly alert, no sleep. We constantly don't have adequate supply of energy or the bloodstream going into other systems of the body, like digestive, like reproduction systems, reproductive glands, our thyroid, or this brain also blood supply is less and less in a stress mode. And as a result, our decision making is poor. We have all kinds of digestion problems, no interest whatsoever in basic experience of life. So stress is fundamentally withdraws us from life. Now, meditation is most naturally helping us disengage from these past experiences. That's where it starts from. I had lots of arguments regularly in the past with my managers, or I had very bad experiences in my companies. I have several times lost in business failures. I had done in my business failures, lost a lot of money. Or I've been challenged with somebody at home. You know, the relationships we're having challenges because they blame me, we blame them. And all of those conditions where the past memories, where everything that happens again and again, those memories become stronger. Cells that fire wire together. So anything that happens repeatedly, it becomes stronger. The more stronger it becomes, the more it comes out and more easily it projects when we see a trigger, environmental trigger. That means the moment we see that person, the place, or a similar situation to a friend happening, suddenly all our memories come back and we get agitated. And so these past memories that are there, which is a primary source of stress, and meditation very naturally by calming the mind is disengaging us from the past. And so when we are detached from the past, dear friends, when we have the same person coming in front, when we have the same situation showing up in front, we are different. We respond differently. We no longer put the stressful thought coming up and then putting pressure on the body and the system. So calmness and rest is there because of this past memories are gone. Meditation provides a lot of feel-good hormones are increased. So even though you are getting some memory coming back about a particular past, this feel-good hormone sort of makes us go away from it because it overtakes. This is exactly kind of medication that is given to people who have no control of the mind, depressive mind, for example, or an addictive mind where there is no control. And so you put a feel-good chemical injected in the form of steroids. That is a medication. And so then temporarily you are able to go away from that condition. But the meditation is naturally giving us this feel-good hormones, chemicals. It deactivates the fight or flight mode. Naturally, the mental domination is reduced. The feel-good happy hormones are many, right? We don't need to necessarily know them. But things like dopamine or serotonin, for example, this chemical called dopamine is making us feel good automatically. Serotonin changes our mood. Serotonin changes our mood. Suppose we are really feeling low, and then we take a walk. We just go for a run and come. We change our mood, right? Feeling high, feeling happiness out of no reason is dopamine. Oxidation, feeling romance and love. Endorphins are giving us the ability to withstand pain. So these are all various neural chemicals that are produced in the brain, and they are there. When you have stress, their production is less. When you are not stressed, the production is more. And meditation and stress is caused through this, constant thoughts that make us think that we are in a dangerous situation. So when we have a hostile boss coming in our office and we meet them, we feel like we are going to be now taken over by this person. And so we feel we are endangered. Simple, right? And so those things have to be taken away and controlled. And that's how meditation is helping us fundamentally reduce the stress and then increase this feel-good hormone. So everything becomes better. And automatically, the moment the body is removed of the stress, that means remove the stress chemicals, that cortisol is removed, that the adrenaline is removed. So the sexual hormones increase. So we feel good back again about life. If that is something that is needed, we feel like we are back into action again in life, doing things again. So meditation, driving up the passion for life, is fundamentally because we are eliminating stress automatically. Stress is the reason for losing passion for life, many ways. And second thing, meditation is improving the immune system. So one is stress removed, so allowing the body to function naturally. Now, second is immune system. Now we add boosters on top, right? First, allow them to neutralize it, allow naturally, and then immune system. The immunity, they found meditators, if they meditate for 5 days continuously, and then at the end of 5 days, they saw that their immunity levels have increased by 60%, just in 5 days of meditation. The heart elevation. So the reason for this is with meditation, we're going into positive modes. We're going into a positive, expansive modes, and our thought process changing. And with heart elevation that we are doing practice, so essentially we are elevating also into higher emotion. And so when you're elevating into higher emotion, when you're staying in higher emotion, and with meditation, sustain that higher emotion regularly. And so naturally, the immune system, something called thymus gland, which is behind this heart here, heart gland, thymus gland, is responsible for converting stem cells in the body into those immune cells called T cells, which kill the anti-foreign bodies in the body. So the heart functions greatly, the thymus gland functions greatly. So your immunity is quite good. It develops a lot of immunity. So we have the natural ability to fight illnesses and diseases or anti-viral infections and everything. I have taken to no medication ever since I had a medical condition in the year 2002. Until that time, I used to have a condition. So I took to meditation. In 4 months, a condition vanished. Something that medical doctors told me that I'll have to live with it lifelong. It disappeared, and 99% disappeared. And I recognized a lot of it was based on a stressful life that I carried, and an immense amount of stress that I would feel about that condition. And every time it is going to be about to be triggered because of my flight travels. I used to have my ears blocked, and then they never would get unblocked when I come down from the flight. But then with meditation, that condition has disappeared. So that's the time I decided that I understood fully that a body has a healing capacity, so you can naturally heal. And so I didn't have to take medication with a strong will, and then you don't fall sick. Neither you fall sick, and if you fall sick, then you can take rest. Every now and then, if there is intense amount of pain or something, then I utilize acupressure, energy system. Natural mechanisms is all we're saying, that we have the capacity to heal, and so naturally the body immunity increases. We always say the reason for a great health is plant-based diet, regular meditation, a very highly positive thought process, no matter what. Even my back is aching, I say my back is healing. Okay, thank you. You're telling me something and you're supporting me. If we're able to change our dialogue from, oh, this back is just not supporting, it just pains badly, to change the dialogue, even if it pains badly, change the dialogue and say, my body is healing. We got to change the dialogue. Every time the pain is there, change the dialogue to my body is healing. And so then you're sending a different signal. And so these are the reasons why I feel, and pyramid energy, plenty of pyramid energy utilized at home when we are there. And so naturally you are in a very healthy condition. So dear friends, meditation is improving immunity naturally. Anti-aging, I'll talk about it tomorrow. Meditation improves this whole anti-aging mechanism. There are multiple mechanisms of anti-aging in the body, and all of them are improved. One of the reasons why meditators over a period of time start looking younger, the aging stops. We've seen people very stressful life. They aged faster. At 60, they look, at 50, they look 60, right? Body wrinkle, many things. Face wrinkle. Whereas, many of them now, and then of course it is seen in our villages where they're just living a natural life without stress, and so they look younger and younger, even at old age. So for meditators, the skin is glowing, and then it's an anti-aging tool, a great inspiration for one to practice meditation. And gene expression, dear friends, this is a subject, but it is essentially the fourth thing that's happening with meditation is that when we have, first we neutralize, remove old or negative thoughts, past experiences, we stop living for the past, so stress is removed, so there's a lot of benefit. Second, immunity is developed with this positive emotion. Third, automatically, as we become positive, the anti-aging will learn that tomorrow. But the fourth one, as our thoughts change positively, as we become more affirmative, we start working towards healing our body with positive expression, where we send those positive signals with visualization, dreaming, and then we go and then heal any condition in the body by manifesting. So we apply this manifestation where we visualize and dream about a great health that supports you. So when we do that, automatically we are sending a new set of signals for the body to heal. It's called epigenetics. So during the week, one of the days we'll talk about that mechanism of how exactly that's happening. The point, dear friends, is that with meditation, we are gaining perfect health very naturally. I request Rakesh to share his experiences. Rakesh is our senior master. We saw the magazine launch with Lata. He's in charge for the magazine and the driving. Otherwise, been an executive in a company. So Rakesh, please share your experiences.
Thank you. Thanks. Yes, I think we're starting Health Week today. My meditation journey started about 2 years ago. when I was in Cognizant as a delivery director there. And that time, I used to have a lot of challenges in terms of health. Migraine used to be a regular part of my life. Severe throat infections, allergy, which I used to think it was because of allergy, dust, stress. My sister used to say that, hey, you have to really, reduce your stress. I never knew how. But when I started meditation, of course, at that point in time, I was not thinking meditation is an answer for my health. And I did that first 40-day session. End of that 40 days, when somebody said that they didn't have migraine anymore, I realized in the last 40 days, I never had one episode of migraine. It used to be every week or every other week I would have migraine. And it became so severe that without medication, that to over 2-3 days, it would never go away. But then suddenly, end of that 40 days, I realized I didn't even have migraine. And that's when I started realizing there is much more to meditation than what I was feeling. And slowly, I also recognized many of those severe bronchitis issues, like where every 6 months, I would get into those throat infections and which would start cough, which would last for weeks. I had to take off, or I would have to miss many. The health is no longer a challenge. Then you start, looking at making things much more beautiful. So I started enjoying a lot more in my life. And when I lost that fear of health, fear of what will happen to me through meditation, I also chose to become an entrepreneur. In the last 6 months, it's been a wonderful journey. And yes, there are many things that I continue to enjoy and of course, start to learn more about myself. I started contributing with Buddhasya Foundation. I realized spreading this message of meditation is one of the biggest joy that you can get. So friends, absolutely, it's a great feeling when there is no challenges that seems big. So thank you, Chandra. It's always a great feeling sharing my experience, because we will continue. Thank you for everything that you do.
Thank you. Wonderful. Yes. We move up the pleasure ladder. Once we gain the health, then we go to the mental health. We go to the next one. Next one is a natural evolution for us. Thank you for sharing those health experience, Rakesh. And people are asking me questions about magazine. Please tell something about how do they access the magazine.
Yes, friends. So the magazine is up on our website. You can go to www.buddhasya.org/magazine. Type it in. You can get a digital copy there, and you can also have an opportunity to subscribe. You can order. Either you can sponsor, magazines, or plus order a physical copy for yourself when you go to the website. And yes, I mean, this magazine has been a great opportunity. There's so many wonderful experiences, a lot of knowledge, wisdom that has come in. I'm sure it is going to be a great help, especially people in the corporate world. Now, how it helps in their day-to-day work life, right? And do subscribe, do share it with your friends and colleagues. Make the best use of it.
Yes, thank you. Someone please type the link of the magazine there. So thank you, friends. Thank you for joining. We'll meet back again tomorrow, second day of health. We certainly are learning a lot. There is so much science behind this whole physical body and health and meditation, how it's helping improve. And we every day we learn a few things just to understand it. They're not necessary to gain the benefit, you know that. But if they've got that analytical mind and the reasoning mind, and then it wants to know, yes, it sure is helping us to sort of accept it a lot more convincingly why I should meditate, or why I should, even though I feel that pain in the back, but I should, my dialogue or my body thought process and then walk the word should be more positive affirmation than about the pain and say it's paining. You know, because we are reprogramming constantly, we're sending the wrong signal by not doing so. So we'll see you all again at 6 a.m. Thank you very much. The 10 minutes will stay on for any questions or to know about your experiences more. Thank you.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love.
Okay. Mamta madam, we have book clubs today starting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, dear
Please.
friends, after meditation is done for Swadhyay, books let us travel without moving our feet. That is the thing about books. So don't miss that opportunity, dear friends and masters. Today, Monday from 8:15 a.m., book club with that track, Biology of Belief by Dr. Bruce Lipton is starting. So do jump in and have the enriching experience. Thank you. And one more request, sir. There are still few participants remaining who are yet to submit the survey, self-assessment survey. I do request to submit it as soon as possible. Today is our last day, final day. We are closing it. Please, it will help us. The findings will help in spreading the awareness around. And we want to spread this bliss all around. So you will be serving not only yourself, to others as well. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
And this book club is there a second time too in the evening, please announce those timings.
Yes, sir. Yes, same book track with the different facilitators is there at 7:30 evening session from 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Those who can't make it in the morning, please avail this opportunity in the evening. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, madam. Anybody would like to share an experience of today's meditation? Any questions?
Kindly raise your hands. Yes. Mr. Shiva. Yes, sir. Please unmute yourself.
Chandra sir, good morning. Good morning to everybody. It's my journey through meditation, right from 14th of this month till today, uninterrupted every day morning. I was not an early, early get up morning. I was a late getting person, but now now I get up almost 4:30, 5 o'clock every day. That has changed my own, my own habits. Probably I have improved. And particularly today's session, to speak about today's session, you spoke how meditation helps our physical body. Wonderfully explained. It really probably I have some my what do you say chronical health ailments, what we call it as. I have been carrying it for several years. I hope I intend to first rectify myself, or what do you say, use this meditation course for myself so that I really improve myself.
Wonderful to know that, sir. Yes, meditation is first to us, then to others.
Yes.
Yes, that way is wonderful. That's the right model to think about. Yes, Ramesh, I see your daughter. Can she come and say something? Aditi, right?
Yeah, Adita. Yeah, this time my daughters are doing meditation along with me. These 40 days, they promised me.
Ask her to come.
Yes, come here. Yeah.
No, you have to remove your background.
Yeah. So yeah, we started the kids sessions, and they're attending weekly kids sessions. So now, so they're interested to join this 40-day session. So
okay.
So yeah, Parimita, she is attending regularly. Yes, come here.
Hello, Chandra sir. Hello, everyone. My name is Parimita. I'm in 6th grade and I'm 11 years old. I've been doing meditation for the last 1 year on and off, but because I'm not doing meditation consistently and sincerely, I decided to do this program with my dad. I already got benefit. Usually right after lunch, I would get headaches, and now I don't see those headaches anymore, and I'm getting better sleep.
Wow. How do you find any difference in your studies? Do you read fast? Do you remember more?
I don't notice any now, but I think
Okay. You observe about it and then let us know after 6 months.
Okay.
Okay. How about Aditi? You want to say something?
She is long way to go, but she will talk definitely. Little shy, but yeah.
Okay.
So definitely, I strongly believe that kids follow us always, and so always like we say, kids are not doing meditation and kids are not following, but first parents have to do meditation or whatever spiritual way. Definitely, kids will follow sometime. So that's happened to me. Yeah, really.
Wow, that's powerful. That is a message for today. Rather than telling what to do, we start doing, and so naturally the people around us follow, most of us children. Right? We think many times we got the authority, to tell as grandparents, as parents. I think we have to practice, and it's automatic.
Chandra sir, sorry for interruption. I'm extremely sorry. I am doing that with my wife, my madam now. That same thing. I usually used to drag her for force her to do what I am doing. Okay. So now I'm not even telling her. I want her to see what I'm doing If she is interested, let her join. Like I joined on my own. Okay, so I nobody really forced me to come over here and do this. So I want whoever wants to do it, let them. Maybe we send the link. Maybe we tell them what it is. That is okay. That much learning can be there to start having. Like my friend Santosh Mugyar helped me to get into this. So that's something like that. Just communicate to them, and if they are interested, only they can be. It can be really beneficial to them. That's what I believe now.
Wonderful. Yes, of course, we have the responsibility to inform them.
Yes.
Whatever that we're enjoying must be informed on a regular basis, must be told on a regular basis, but generally not to what we don't do, what we don't tell. That's the thing. Hey, it is good for you to take morning walk. Please go and do, but we don't do it. But we tell others, right? I think those are things that they generally don't have much strength. Those words don't have much strength when we don't practice it. Something I always learn from Patriji. If you don't practice, don't preach that particular part. But if we have personal experience, it goes through the heart to people, so we know it. We're not faking it. Okay, thank you. Anybody else would like to share an experience?
We have few questions in the chat box.
Yes.
One person has asked, is the fasting increases the level of cortisol?
If you're doing under pressure, fasting is a good activity to bring the body back into, give the body some rest. So fasting by itself, well, so let me put it this way. Cortisol, there are always traces of cortisol. It's not like zero cortisol and full cortisol. And cortisol, as soon as you wake up, it starts coming into the bloodstream so that we become active. So there is a right level of cortisol and then there is an extreme level of cortisols. So that way it is there. So the moment you wake up, then it comes in. And then so we become active, right? And then it goes down, comes up, goes down, comes up. There is a cycle. Fasting by itself will not make us mount a stressful cortisol state. If that's the intent of asking the question, not definitely. Instead, fasting is more beneficial if we're doing it on an occasional basis. I don't do, I always have a wish to do. Rather, I've chosen a model of eating optimal food. So as following the body, reducing the needs of the body. But however, I do have a wish to fast at least once a week. And I hope to do that at some point.
Yes, sir. Second question is from Mr. Manoj Kumar. He's asking, during meditation, sometimes it happens that I feel like another person within me is peeping out of myself and can see everything for a few seconds without opening eyes. Why?
I lose myself what?
I feel like another person within me is peeping out of myself.
Oh,
and
okay.
can see everything for a few seconds.
Can see
without opening eyes.
Yeah. So this is a much deeper stated experience. Because physical, we are conditioned to see, experience everything physically. But inside we are energy and we are awareness. If we have a deep sleep, to understand, if we have a deep sleep, when we wake up and we tell people, today I had a great sleep. I just had such a good sleep. We say that. When we didn't know anything about sleep, then how are we saying that we had a very good sleep? So there is awareness which is constantly monitoring us. We are that awareness. That is that consciousness. Awareness is there in meditation. While you don't feel anything, but you don't feel anything of your physical body, but then you are observing things that are happening for you. When we are in the empty state of energy, then we are experiencing this awareness. Dreams are the same. In sleep, we have dreams. So we are seeing many things. Same in meditation, we have many experiences. Like dreams, we may see visions, we may hear voices, we may, the five senses that we think are more physical, they all are happening. The voices are being heard internally. So then the energy, from the energy that we are, energy to matter. So everything is there, not only physically, it's all there. And then so with awareness, we are getting to know of many things that are happening. So your specific experience where there is a real self, which is the observer and an observed. In meditation, we become these two. Observer, somebody who is observing outside. Observed, we are the cause, observer, and then we are experiencing it, observed. So that awareness is that observer. Awareness is that observer who is constantly saying, oh, okay, so my physical self is now getting into an argument with my colleague, and it is seeing from outside. Observer, it is sees things. Meditation helps us to become observer and observed simultaneously. That means you got this awareness to know what's happening simultaneously while we are in the action. And as a result, it's a feedback continuous mechanism to drive you appropriately, because you're also becoming aware. So you know how much to express, how much not to express, and you pull back if required. Before, there's no awareness, so we just continue. We're driven through the body conditioning. So we just say something, do something, but here aware. So in meditation, as an energy being, where we're all connected with everything else, we become energy. And then quantum field seems to have that intelligence, that awareness is that intelligence. And that is what we're calling this greater intelligence out there, which is powering you, powering me, powering this whole universe. There has got to be something more intelligent than just this body. Otherwise, it shouldn't have been produced. So we become that intelligence because we become that energy field. And so then you know everything at that point. So you're experiencing that temporarily. In meditation, observing yourself and seeing everything, what's happening around, is because you have that intelligent power of that energy field, which you're seeing it. That's the state we all go to. With regular meditation, that's the state we all go to. Whether you call it intuition, whether you call it the sudden download of messages, or being able to see past or future through your dreams, or a sudden vision out of it nowhere, suddenly you're seeing something yourself, your business growing to a 5-fold, and then you're receiving an award and honor. All of these are future experiences you see early on, is because there all are potentials and possibilities in the quantum field. And everything is an energy, everything is with a thought and feeling of the past. We have set in motion, certain experiences we're going to manifest into the physicality. So we see them ahead in time because they're all in the energy as an invisible. And so we become invisible to see that field. That's what is happening. We will develop insightful insights. We will develop better, clearer dreams through which we can take things. Our experience in meditation may help us reinforce. Once I had a huge transcendental experience through which I reinforced me myself that we truly, truly are one. You can still be very happy on one side while many things can happen in our life. Many, many impacts may be there, but we can absolutely be happy as an individual while all these things go on, that we are very deeply connected. So many experiences that we go through such things. Just to reinforce that there's something beyond the body exists, and that 7 bodies, physical bodies there, but 6 other bodies are there, invisible bodies, they all are there. We must study them. So please do read books by Theosophical Society, one thing, and read that book. In the 22 books we recommended, one is called Many Lives, Many Bodies. Read that. It sort of helps us to also understand that beyond the physical body that we experience, and we know more about it. Yes, madam. Thank you. It's past 8.
Yes, sir. That's all. No more questions.
So thank you, dear friends. So we'll see you all tomorrow again at 6 a.m. IST. Thank you.
Join the book clubs, please. Thank you.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of